what I've learned. The best of the best have got the following.
What's your goal for the next 6 months?
You think you'll get a better price than a lot of other agents on a
I think
property?
so.
Yeah?
I think so. I think we're able to create competition without there being competition.
Right.
Detaching yourself from the outcome.
Yeah.
You know, if you give a buyer 101 reasons to buy a property, they'll give you 101 reasons why they won't.
Right.
If you simply just say to a buyer, look, you know, you don't need this sale and I don't need it. You know, we'd like this to come together.
Yeah.
My job is to tell you what you need to do to buy it, not what you need to do not to. And if this is not the right property, I'm happy to show you something else.
I just love the way you just said that.
And they'll say to me, but Charles, I want this one.
Mate, the way you said that, to me, detached, not desperate, basically saying if it works for you, I'll show you how to do it, but if it doesn't work for you, but it's really interesting because the more you care about it, the more anxious and desperate you appear and the less the buyer wants it. Like to me, sometimes, Charles, I find that the more keen the salesperson is, the more anxious I become.
Yeah, and look, you need to also don't just be a messenger when negotiating. You know, you got to have some sort of influence on the conversation and give them a reason, you know, and ask them, you know, okay, if they made an offer, how they arrived at that.
Okay, so that's good. So when a buyer gives you an offer, so Charles, and I love doing role play because people get it.
Yeah.
When I say, Charles, I'd like to offer 1,230,000.
1,230,000. Okay, Tom. Can you just tell me how did you arrive at that number?
Well, I reckon that, you know, it needs a new kitchen.
Yeah.
And it needs a new bathroom, and that's going to cost $50,000-$100,000. So yeah.
Tom, I just want to be upfront that, you know, we are looking for somewhere in excess of 1.3 million, and I think that your offer of 1.23 is probably sending the wrong message to the owner, and it might not get us on the negotiation table. Would you consider paying 1.3 million and wrapping up the property for you and your family?
Well, why don't you go try for 1,250,000 and see what they say?
Tom, I'm just afraid it's going to send the wrong message and it's not going to get us on the negotiation table.
How much do they want?
Well, I think over 1.3, and you know what my concern is, Tom? That the second that I hang up this phone and I got to go and speak to my client about your offer at 1.23, if another buyer calls me up and offers me 1.31, we're probably going to move forward with that buyer, and I won't give you a call back. Are you okay with that, Tom?
No, no.
Why is that?
Why? Because we've got an interest in this.
Okay. So you're telling me that if a buyer offered 1.31, that you'd obviously still be interested in the property?
I'd like to know what happens with it.
Would you also like to buy it?
Yeah, but I don't want to pay that. I mean...
Okay, do you mind if I call you after it's sold at 1.31, if that's all you want to know about? I'm just curious, Tom, do you want me to try and move forward and help you buy this property? Or do you want me to show you some other properties?
Well, I can pretty much tell you we wouldn't be paying over 1.3.
You wouldn't pay over 1.3.
No.
Okay, so
and it's not worth it.
Okay, and look, you know, if it works for you, it works for me. And look, I know you don't need this, and I don't need this. And if it comes together, great. Is it okay if I go to the owner with an offer of 1.3, and then come back to you and see what they say?
But I'm not paying a single cent over that.
That's all right. Let me go back to them with 1.3.
Don't bother even coming back if they don't take it.
So if a buyer offers me 1.32, I don't need to call you, I can just sell it?
No, that's fine.
So 1.3 is your best offer?
Yeah.
Perfect. If it happens, it happens. If not, I'll love to show you some other properties.
Okay.
Perfect. Now, the thing I liked about that, the only for me is, I'm pretty sure that your 1.3 was your best offer.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I like to find out. You know, if I got an offer at 1.32, Tom, do I need to call you back?
Well, that's great dialogue, but let's just do a bit of if this was a footy game going on, we're doing the Peter Sterling. Let's just have a look at what actually just happened here.
Yeah.
Let's just pause.
That concludes the free version of the video. To get the full interview, plus all the tools and templates, join Real Estate Gym.